See you in heaven.
I touched you.
Can you go back down once you're there?
Once you're in heaven, can you?
If you sodomize or something by accident or whatever.
You slipped. I slipped and fell into this butt.
Wow, these saunas are really nice.
Someone laid down a Looney Tunes S trap. There's marbles on the floor. On the other end, a guy's butt. Does this look good?
No.
We look
look psychotic.
We look bad.
We look terrible. Awful.
For the last 3 episodes, I've forgotten my camera, or it's just been, I forgot the camera stand. Then I tried to do one in a car. So
with video?
Yeah. Normally it's 4K, and now it's really tanking the last couple.
It's like you're filming an OnlyFans. Yeah, we did an episode in a car.
Yeah. Jason Alexander
in the car.
His mom let us borrow her Tesla.
Oh.
So that it autopiloted, so that we could do an episode.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, it was really scary. It would beep at him every once in a while, you have to put your hands on the wheel. Even though it's autopilot, you have to be touching it.
Dude, such a stupid conversation. Whatever you'd be podcasting about as your Tesla just went 85 into the back of a semi.
I wanted to hit traffic. I wanted to hit oncoming traffic so bad.
Yeah. And then you guys are just talking about, so do you like the soda?
Dude, that'd be huge on TikTok.
It's Orange Crush. Bang. You get it?
I do. Yeah, that was good. That's why you're the man.
Comedy.
That's why you're headlining everybody.
Comedy here.
This is Elliot.
Russell.
Elliot Weber. Elliot's great. I like him a lot. I got him a special soda. I got you a premium Fitz Shirley Temple.
You're probably not even sponsored for this, are you?
No, not at all. Too many people have said they don't like the sodas to sponsor. But I got this one for you specifically because it's the Shirley Temple is the most iconic non-alcoholic cocktail there is.
Yeah.
It's the one. And I started this whole podcast because you bullied me in...
I was wondering if we were going to tell that story.
Yeah, of course. I've mentioned it a handful of times, but that whole night was I could make this a whole thing.
I could make a personality around this.
Yeah. So,
dude, I regret that.
I had many people apologize to me. You apologized to me.
Oh,
Kelsey Rosen apologized. Josh Emerson, he apologized to me.
Well, a lot of us...
I don't know why.
A lot of us pressured you to drink, and you didn't want to.
No, I was having fun.
Yeah, I know you're having fun, but you specifically said multiple times, guys, I don't want to drink anymore. And multiple times we were like, well,
you're a pussy.
This is a shot of whiskey, though. And then you did it, and then you threw up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I saw you the next morning, and I was like,
you look bad.
I think I was trying to get you to drink again, if I remember correctly. I was like, yeah, that'll happen. You're going to want to beat this early.
That'll happen. That's just a learning moment. That's all.
Well, yeah,
but just an opportunity to grow.
I realize I've done that to 3 or 4 people, though. So I feel like I actually have a bit of a problem as it's bullying, right?
Were you a bully growing up? Were you
no,
a bully?
I really like ruining people's innocence, though.
Just you stripping them down emotionally?
Yeah. If there's something you're reluctant to do that I've done, I'm very excited to get you to try and do it for pretty much anything. Like gay sex too, for sure.
I was gonna say, is this a weird grooming moment that we're about to have?
Yeah, I mean, it's hey, you should make the most of your life, and you should try the things I've tried, and I'm down to try the things other people have tried. But I guess I've just done a lot of wild shit.
Do you think your fiance is would she be? She's like, well, yeah, of course, Elliot made that guy have sex with him. He's just broadening his horizons.
Yeah,
she's just proud of you for being a progressive ally.
Yeah. For making if I turn some guys to queer or questioning, that's an overall win for society.
You're turning voters blue.
And
you're doing it for the cause.
And she's really okay with that, yeah. No, I haven't done it for a while. So.
That's good.
Yeah, well, what? Just because in the relationship thing, or you mean just because you don't like that it happens? And
no, it's good that you don't bully people.
Oh,
that's good.
Gotcha. I mean, I haven't had gay sex for a while.
Oh. That's good too.
I have bullied people more recently than I've done that. Shoot.
God's still smiling on you.
Shoot. Yeah, he's like, keep it up.
For the last 6 months, he's like, nice, okay. Do you have a sober chip, an AA chip that you have to carry around?
For how long I go without bullying someone?
For gay sex.
Oh, for gay sex. Man, it's funny how much we're confusing those two things.
It happens.
Contextually, they work in both.
This is why I don't drink, because who knows how mixed up it's gonna get.
Yeah. Should I open this and try it?
Yeah, try it. Try a Shirley Temple. We'll see if it's a twist off.
Oh, I'm gonna hate it if it is.
There's a chance that it's not. Here.
If you get it, I drive home. No. Is it a twist off? Oh, it is. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
This is the second time this has happened to me in not a very long amount of time. That's a bummer.
Soda bottle tops are different than beer bottle tops. It's a different feel.
Is it? Hard?
I'm trying to make you feel better.
The other time I like that you didn't chill them. That's nice.
No. I actually don't like this very much. What do you think?
It's lukewarm syrup.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You're welcome. Inspiration for the podcast. This is what you get.
170
No
calories.
Caffeine, though, because you said you were jittery.
Oh, thank you. That's nice. Yeah, I did.
I preemptively knew that.
I drank caffeine to keep up with the energy level I knew I was walking into.
Yeah, as soon as you walked in, I'm like, hey, Elliot, it's good to see you. And you're like, wow, that's a lot of energy.
Not how you said it.
You came off very aggressive. It's good to see you.
Yep.
I like your anti-nausea blue glasses.
The blue light blocking. So if I'm looking at screens, I think I'm going blind.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I've been wearing them inside because they look cool.
They do look cool.
Yep.
You look like a Coke guy.
And some of that other stuff I said wasn't true, but these look cool, so I've been wearing them inside. I work remotely, so this is the only way I have fun on Zoom when I'm in meetings is I just put like absurd different glasses on and I'm wearing them inside.
Yeah.
And then if anyone says anything, I'm like, it's a stigmatism. But they're always like,
you can't be mad at me.
and they're always clearly like, yeah, sunglasses, and some of them are like solid pink or green or like.
Do you have different lenses or just different glasses?
Just different glasses.
You have many pairs of glasses.
Any glasses that are less than $10 at a gas station.
Are you a costume guy?
I just buy at work, yeah, just for fun,
Yeah.
just to mix it up on Zoom, and that like whatever color the glasses are is the color light they block, and a lot of the light, I don't know if I'm like, oh, it's green light blocking.
Yeah, there's a lot of green light.
And people are
that
like,
they tell you about in LEDs.
Yeah, these are pink light, so I just make it up. It's actually though, there was a coworker that does have is visually impaired, and I felt bad finding that out, but I'm going to continue to do it.
I blew it on Zoom. I also work full remote, and I blew it on Zoom like last week.
They hate that when you blow it on Zoom.
They I had to turn my chip back in. But it was like we have a morning stand up where we each have to go around and say like, hey, here's what I'm working on.
Oh, it's
here's
the
what
worst.
questions I have. Here's what professional wins I've had this week. And you have to do that every day. And there's like, hey, I'm making up names, but hey, Greg, you say what you start first, and Greg goes, and then he finishes with like, and now with the weather, Megan, you talk. And she's, oh, Megan, okay,
fun.
well, it's kind of, so it was a fun, and then she would go like, oh, and with sports, it's Cassidy, and then Cassidy would go, and then it got to me, and they're like, and with some breaking news, it's Russell. And I went like, there's been a vicious string of murders in town, just absolutely gruesome killings,
Nice.
a slang, and they didn't think that was funny. But I'm like,
Lost 'em.
that's what breaking news is.
Yeah.
What'd you
lost
want?
it. I like it. I like
Puppy mill shut down? Something hopeful? No.
I like that it was like a nice little office improv riff, and it was going
We're
well.
all trying to yes and.
It was going well, and it got to you.
A big part of improv is escalation. And so I've taken a class.
It got to you, yeah, and you just they were all just like, all right, well, that was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, that's often me on Zoom calls where I'm like, and then I'm going to do a fun riff and everyone's going to love it.
Yeah, it's hard to be funny over Zoom.
Yeah.
It's hard to be funny just in the office in general, I find.
How long have you been working remote for?
2 years.
Do you like it? Or
I love it. I would
Yeah.
never. I don't think I would go back to going to an office just for the time commitment and the like. Oh, I'm making a quesadilla and doing my laundry while I'm in this meeting. I'm gonna get fired.
It is nice. It is nice to mic off, camera off during like an all-staff meeting.
Mic off, camera off, blast off.
Shirt off, pants off.
Yeah. How many people do you think in the world are on Zoom with butt plugs in on a daily work? You know,
I think.
maybe do it as a percentage if that's helpful.
Oh, a percentage
Yeah, of every company that's using Zoom.
of every fully remote company. I'd say it is like I'd say like 1%.
1%, you think?
I'd say like, and if you think of how many people, if that's 10 million people,
Right,
what is
worldwide.
1% of that? 100,000?
Yeah.
I think that sounds right. People like to get away with stuff on Zoom.
For sure. I wish there was a way you could find out if, because you know what I mean, you're like looking at people in a meeting and you're like, I wish there was a way I could know who else, you know? So you could like ping them there's like some setting in Zoom where you could just like acknowledge.
There's
Like,
a thing
I
on
see.
like Waze, the GPS, where it's like Waze users near you. If there was like for the butt
Other
plug
butt plug
app,
users,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
people who are near you.
Yeah.
That's
other
fun.
people. Yeah, other.
Who is the Waze users near you for? Who needs to know who else is using this GPS app specifically?
criminals? I think, right?
Oh.
Is that how?
I don't know. Is that how it works?
I think it was like, wasn't that the idea? Was like we crowdsource information to avoid the police.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole reason.
I like it.
I like crime. This is a big soda, no alcohol,
What's the
sober but pro crime podcast.
What's the worst crime you've committed? And again, I'm just gonna peer pressure you.
Hate crime.
Oh yeah, no, that's pretty bad. I'll just peer pressure you to doing something.
No, probably
bad.
just trespassing.
Theft. You've never like.
I've done petty.
Yeah.
The last thing I stole was a pair of like 99-cent headphones from a like bargain bin
from a free bin.
like at a Walmart.
Yeah.
It's like 99-cent headphones, and I just put them in my pocket and left.
Woo-hoo.
So I like doing the thing in grocery stores where you put food on the bottom,
Of the cart.
or you just like, oh, and I put a Hershey bar in here, and oops, I just forgot to scan that
Oh,
one, and
yeah.
you leave. So I do a little bit of petty theft all the time.
Yeah, for sure. It worked, by the way, because I'm like you, a Robin Hood type of person.
We're destroying businesses.
No, we did it.
Conglomerates.
Walmart had to. Walmart and Kroger announced that in 2024 and 25 they're going to bring back cashiers and get rid of self-checkouts because the theft was higher than the cost of a cashier.
Yeah, you're
So
losing billions of dollars or something like that.
So it actually worked.
We did it.
Yeah. And I feel good about it now. I feel heroic about the crimes I've been committing for decades.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I did it.
Yeah.
To be a hero.
And I used my white privilege to help people because what you did is the same way I would steal because I had enough money to buy everything I was stealing.
Right.
And if I got caught, I would go, oh, I totally missed that, and just walk back in and pay for it. And
Yeah.
nobody would have batted an eye.
They're not good. Also, I think like receipt checkers. I read one time, and I've read it one time, and I've never verified this is
They're
true.
all blind. It's just a facade.
Receipt checkers are all 84 years old. If you just walk past them and give him a light shove, he's going down. He's breaking a hip. He's not going down for this.
Yeah.
But receipt checkers, like, you don't have, like, they're not allowed to stop you. If they go like, and can I check your receipt?
Yeah.
You can just walk past them. They're not allowed. They have like a no chase policy.
Yeah, I've worked in retail. You're not the liability for the company if you confront someone to stop them from stealing. They're like, no, you call the police and report it. You don't. So yeah, you could if you can outwalk the 84-year-old. But what I didn't realize till just now, the unintended consequence of our stealing and getting cashiers hired is now they're going to fire all the 84-year-old receipt checkers.
They're on the way out anyway.
We just spiked senior citizen unemployment. Damn it.
Oh no!
It's hard to be.
They've had it too good for too long.
It's hard to be
Elliot.
Robin Hood. I didn't think about that. As the hero that I am, I didn't think about who I would be hurting and who I would be helping with my heroic acts.
What are you, the federal government? Come on. Pro-libertarian podcast.
You say that a lot. That comes up on a lot of episodes.
Libertarian policies?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay.
The first podcast came up quite a bit. Usually we end up talking, it's a riff. Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Hi.
Oh, I was just asking if you want me to set up a microphone for the stage or.
Oh, sure. I have a microphone. If you just have a mic stand.
Yeah, I got a little mic stand and plug it right in.
Perfect.
For you.
I think I met you last time. What was your name again?
Zeth.
Zeth?
Yes.
Z-E-T-H?
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
I actually got it on my little wrist here.
Well, thank you, Zeth. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, just a mic stand's all we need.
Yeah, gotcha.
Cool. Thank you very much.
You're gonna leave that in?
Of course we're going to leave that in.
That was good.
I cut nothing. I've cut a handful of stuff. What were we talking about? No, usually the podcast ends up we rarely talk about soda. We always talk about how the American church is failing. And it's essentially a cult.
Yep.
And
But here's more importantly, what are we gonna do about it? What are you
steal.
rob Walmart?
I steal from tithe buckets.
Yeah.
That's my Robin Hood moment.
Dude, I used to rob Walmart all the time, like a lot more than I do now. But I would a lot of times give like a box of Pop-Tarts to like a homeless guy or something. So
That's nice.
Yeah. As I was taking them down, walking out, using my white privilege. So I do want that to go on the record. Taken from the wealthy, dude, given to the impoverished.
I think that's if you got it, you might as well, if you got it, flaunt it, as they say.
And I had 2 boxes of Pop-Tarts, but I only scanned one.
This one's for Digby outside. What's the biggest crime you've committed?
I think it's just the theft.
Yeah, it's just theft.
Yeah.
You seem like a decently good person, which is why I enjoy talking with you.
Yeah, I've never like hit anybody or anything. That's a crime.
That is a crime.
that I've never done.
I've always fantasized about the like fist fight of like guy steps to me outside of a bar kind of thing, but I can't let myself have a fantasy because in the end it's always like my brain brings in all the realistic scenarios of like, yeah, a guy tries to grab you and he's mad at a joke you told, so you scissor kick him in the back of the head.
Right.
And then my brain fast forwards is 4 months later, you're in court in a loose-fitting suit because his dad's rich and you're getting sued. I can't fantasize anything. My brain won't let me enjoy it.
That's hilarious that your fantasy is that you get sued because the kick landed.
Yes.
Because, dude, that's not happening.
No, I'm definitely nailing it. There's no way in hell I'm missing this kick.
The kick misses, you slip, hit your own head.
I specifically I buy jeans that have extra fabric sewn into the crotch so that I can kick higher.
I buy those jeans as well, not for kicking.
Not for self-defense?
No, just for chafing. I rub through.
You job rub yourself?
Yeah, I have big thighs, and I just rub through pants very quickly. If they don't have, I know what you mean. It's got, instead of just the two that come together, it's got that little triangle.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Wait, but can you actually kick? You're like, you can.
It's been a while.
Okay.
I used to be able to do the splits.
Okay.
But I think my old bones now, I think I've lost it. But I'll
Yeah.
still try. I imagine mid-fist fight. You shove me, I shove you. You throw a punch, I dodge it. I throw a high kick. But then I imagine I would probably like pop my hip.
Yeah.
Just like something would blow. I'd
Yeah.
tear my ACL, fall to the ground, and you beat me senselessly.
Yeah. And then sue.
And then I go to prison.
and then I sue you.
It's the biggest reason I can't cheat on my wife.
Is
Not because I love her.
because she'll kick your ass?
No, because in any fantasy I have, if like the only time a woman would ever maybe talk to me is like after a show, and she's like, "You are so funny. Come back to my hotel."
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna come back to your hotel room. I'm gonna just take one step in behind the door as a man with a candelabra. He hits me in the back of the head, takes my wallet. They filmed the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
They say we're gonna tell your wife unless you give us $10,000.
Sure.
There's no scenario in which someone who wants to have sex with me isn't doing it for nefarious purposes.
I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Also, I love my wife, but mainly that.
So funny. We're going to tell your wife you were going to cheat on her if you don't give us $10,000.
No.
And she's just like, there's no way he would have been able to go. yeah, right, dude.
Or it's like, oh, this woman was hired by my wife. She's an operative.
Right, as a test.
Yeah. Because that's what good wives do. Is they're constantly putting you in scenarios.
Healthy relationship.
What was that show? That's like
Cheaters?
No, that's a good one too. But there's a show that's like, it's called like What Would You Do or something like that. But they have actors like in a bar, and then a guy hits his girlfriend, and they're just filming a couple in the corner, and they're like, "What would you do?" And they do that many times throughout the day to see if people like confront the man or not. Have you never seen this show?
No.
Oh,
I feel like they do that in the Springs, and like every time the guy's like, well, I'd either get my gun out or get it out of my truck. Like, okay.
well, was she being mouthy? What did she do?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we don't know who he's going to use the gun on, but we know that and whatever the altercation is, the answer is
A gun.
Well, I'd get my gun for sure. And then after a while, they'd be like, "Wow, all these episodes are ending the same way." Everybody just says, "I'll go grab my gun."
We gotta mix it up with our location.
Same thing with the fight thing. You punch me, I dodge the next punch. Like we're already past the fact where it's like, oh yeah, and then somebody has a gun,
And then I got shot.
Yeah, so it's over.
You shot a gun?
It's over right away. I've shot guns a couple times.
Yeah?
Just like in the mountains, target shooting.
How's the thrill, or is it not for you?
Dude, it's I don't like the intrusive thoughts that happen when the guns are nearby where you're like, oh, I could just end everyone. Like, you know what I mean? And you don't,
Like,
but you think
I could either have a fun time, but I do have bills coming up soon, and I could kind of just not pay those anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if everyone died, who would press charges? You know what I mean?
That's true.
But yeah, obviously you don't act on those thoughts, but I just don't. And then I also think, well, is everybody else having those intrusive thoughts? And then I'm like, oh, and we're all just like not acting on.
We're all on the brink.
Or saying what we're thinking right now.
Of taking someone out.
Yeah, I think that's how I feel around guns. I mean, I feel probably kind of like the same way driving too, where I'm just like, like at any moment.
Any moment I could take
like,
off.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I could hear a loud bang and then have the forever sleep, you know? So yeah, it's just I don't like things where you have to trust a bunch of people to behave and act cooperatively.
Sure.
But that's just like, general anxiety. I think that people
for
have.
sure. Well, especially if you're relatively anxious, and then guns it's motorcycle adjacent. Where like I've always wanted a motorcycle, and I know I would be super careful on a motorcycle and it'd be a lot of fun. But it's not you that you have to worry about. It's everyone else driving that you have to worry about. Guns are very much the same thing, where it's like you could be as careful as you want, but if some 16-year-old over there at the shooting range has no trigger discipline, and then he accidentally kills your fiance.
Yeah. The problem is everybody can be as careful as they want. So someone could just go catch, and you go up. Whoa, man, who are you? You know. But I think in general, I trust most of humanity to do the right thing.
Bad idea. Most of humanity's a bunch of sick, twisted freaks.
I don't know. I have the thoughts, but then they just come and then they leave. They don't affect the rest of my day. So I think I'm functioning at some sort of
That's good. It's not a disorder.
Yeah,
it's just a normal.
It's like, oh, there's the scary thought. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I've tasted the gun before just to
iron.
Just to know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just to know. Not barrel. Of course not.
Yeah.
But just to be like, what if? You know? Just a fun little game of would you rather?
Does it fit? Sized it up. No, that's dark. Never done anything like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you're here with us today at the 59er headlining the Pikes Punks comedy show. There we go.
Does this come out today? Tonight at 8, guys.
Yeah, this is going to come out
two tickets left.
3 weeks from now. So
Good.
yeah, this is a good time to plug. You got anything? Think end of March, early April. Anything you want to plug 15 minutes in?
Comedy Works March 20th.
There you go. We'll see if this comes out by then. Who knows?
It could be close. I don't know. That's the only thing.
Is that for Funny Final Four?
Yeah.
Are you going to win again?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I almost took the Rocky Mountain sweep last year.
I don't know what that is.
Did you hear about that?
You did Fourth Funniest.
I won that.
Funny Final Four.
Won that. And then
what was the other one?
New Faces, where I came in fourth or lower. We don't know.
Who's to say?
Well, they only place the top three.
They don't tell you the scores.
So, fourth or lower. If I got them all, that would have been the Rocky Mountain sweep, first one.
Did you decide that's the Rocky Mountain sweep?
People were talking about it. I don't know. I mean, it would have been the first one in history. No one's ever won all three in the same year, so word got out.
Yeah.
There was some hype. There was some excitement about it, but not to be. But so now
You're the Seabiscuit of comedy, of Denver comedy.
Yeah, basically. Which, hey, I'll take it. That's not bad. But I can't do Fort's Funniest this year because that just looks bad to win it and then be like.
I think at one point,
or it's weird.
I was trying to compile. I'm like, I want to know who all has won New Faces, and so I got a handful of like dates and people lined up, and I know Troy Walker won, and I tried to find what dates he won, and I don't know, but on his bio it says 2 times Comedy Works New Faces winner.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know you were allowed. I thought like if you won, if you signed back up.
It's just maybe if it's like take a year off.
Maybe.
Because don't you perform? I guess at least at the Fort, they have last year's winners perform to close out the shows.
Well, they've only done it twice.
Oh, that's why the first Rocky.
It's not like this.
Okay, the Rocky Mountain sweep's starting to fall apart. You saying that was the first year that all 3 competitions happened in the same year?
I think
that's interesting.
It was the first or the second.
Yeah, it was the first time all 3 happened in the same year. But that just adds to the storyline.
Yeah.
But I'm coming up with kind of a new one now. I think it's gonna be
a new storyline.
Yeah, I think I'll call it like the Denver Dust Bowl or something like that.
Okay.
If you win, You Look Like, and the Gong Show, and the Lion Lair. No, I already said the Lion Lair, Gong Show, You Look Like. Oh, and Punchline Jeopardy is the other one.
Okay, I was gonna say you were just listing all black shows, so you got Punchline Jeopardy in there. That's good.
Yeah, Punchline Jeopardy. No, so because those are all just like the or the Dead Room. There's still that competition. So I'm kind of going for smaller trophies, smaller fights this year, but trying to put 4 or 5 of them in the cabinet.
I do want to win. I just like to win something once and then never do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Like one You Look Like, great, never have to do it again. I just want to put on the record I did win it.
Yeah.
I want to do the same. Like I just want to win Dead Room just
once.
to say I won it. This means nothing to anyone.
Yeah.
But it's just evidence. And then I'll never participate again,
Yes.
but I want to win one time. Well, you guys should come do Dead Room down in the Springs. Yeah.
Sure, why not?
It'll be bad.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's bad everywhere. It's a terrible show.
Will. I love the show.
It's all about Jeff. I mean, Jeff just gets to roast everybody that bombs the whole time. It's fun to host. It's terrible to perform on.
I've done it. I did it once, like a year and a half ago.
And you won it the time you did it?
No. but it was very. I didn't really understand the concept of it.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh yeah, you go do stand up, and then no, it's like no, pull your butt out.
Yeah.
Try to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And it's so funny to watch. If for those you don't know, The Dead Room is a show where the audience is not supposed to laugh, and the more you get people to laugh, the better score you do. But the whole show is silence. It's dead silence. That's why it's called The Dead Room.
And you only get 60 seconds.
It's a tough little thing, and people usually they like pull their balls out or do a key bump, something like that, something that really gets the audience on their side.
It's become more legal activity since we moved to venues from
Yeah.
our basement apartment. But yeah, you're right. People panic. Someone got tased one time. There's a lot of eye contact. People think like
if I just stare
if
someone
I just
down,
look,
that
like,
ought to do it.
That person will laugh because it's awkward, and then it'll make other people laugh.
My favorite one I've seen is Josh Creedon. When he lived here, he was doing bad, and he was just like, well, I tried. Give it up for that, everybody. And everyone kind of clapped for him, and it was like, that counts. He makes it to the next round.
Oh, wow, we counted that.
But I love that show. I've participated once, but I've seen it twice, and I love because the whole show is about bombing. It's like it's silent the whole time, but there is a extra special silence when you're also doing bad.
Mm-hmm.
So even though everyone's bombing, psychologically we know if this was a real show, you would actually be bombing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something that like even though it's silence, it's a deeper silence. It's a harsher silence.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's really harsh.
Horrible, awful. Yeah. You won it? How'd you win it?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
You haven't
it.
won the Dead Room?
No.
Oh, okay.
I would like to, but I haven't done it yet.
It's fun to ask if you've come across a former champ. It's fun to ask because a lot of times it is like, well, there was this plunger and some Vaseline, right? And you're like, wait, what? And they're like, yeah. So that got a big laugh.
Two of the big ones I've heard were a guy just when it was in basement times, just like a guy just did cocaine.
Yeah,
that guy won.
Every time, and then like did it for a minute, which is a long time.
That's a long time to do cocaine.
Yeah, well, I was like, doesn't seem like
really
a long, but it's like whoa.
He's still going.
Yeah, well, he won.
$800 worth of cocaine.
Okay, he won. Oh my god! And they're like, yeah, he could have died. That was
one I heard.
I wasn't there for that, by the way.
A guy down here in the Springs, his name is Luke Stam, and he's a real dirtbag. And he went up there and I guess ate a Band-Aid off the ground.
Oh sure.
Comedy is art, everybody. We deserve to be in this in the Smithsonian.
And then Quentin got tased, and then another person lubed up a plunger and sat on it on stage.
This is comedy, everybody. This is when people from church are always like, I really actually want to come to one of your shows. And I'm like, I don't think you know what we do.
Let's be really careful about which one.
There's literally a gal today, last week, the Gazette in town wrote a little piece about the Pikes Punk show, and they put a picture of me.
Oh, cute. I heard they were going under.
Very cute. The Gazette? No,
yeah.
That's the Independent.
Oh, okay.
The Gazette's going strong.
Is it? Okay, and you got a piece. Nice.
I got a little piece.
I didn't mean to say, like, oh, you got a piece in the Family Magazine. Nice.
Dude,
Good.
it's written physical media. They're all going down.
Yeah,
it means nothing.
It's like 3 volunteer writers.
But a gal brought the newspaper to church today, and she was like,
you.
we should all come to one of your shows. I'm like, good God. I promise you, I'm begging you not to come to any one of my shows ever.
They come to the show. I would do great.
Every church
What
person.
flavor of church is this?
Non-denominational.
Okay. Yeah.
Old.
Okay.
But every good
Apple pie flavor.
yes.
Okay.
Every good Christian person who comes to a comedy show of mine is like, Russell, don't worry. I've heard it all before. There's nothing they're going to say that I haven't heard.
Right.
And then they come and they see a show and they leave 15 minutes in because they said a lot of stuff I haven't heard before. Jesus Christ.
So you do go to church with Ned Flanders, like most of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Listen, I say doodly dang when I stub my toe. There's nothing at this show that's going to surprise me.
They always go like, there's nothing I haven't heard before. And then they come to a comedy show and they're like, there's a lot of slurs right away.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it happens.
Or just someone says pansexual and they go, no, another one?
Stop it, please.
I'm out of terms.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, coming up is Elliot Weber. And you're like, I'm bisexual. And they would all just stand up and leave immediately and protest.
What does that mean? You come to church half the time? No, sir.
No, thank you.
No,
but
sir.
look at me. I'm progressive. I'll touch you.
Thank you.
Not as gross as you would think it is.
Clip this for church.
Tell them.
You said church today. It's Saturday.
Yeah.
You're a Saturday, Sunday guy?
No,
Or
just
Saturday or Sunday?
I prefer a Sunday church.
Okay.
But our church currently doesn't have a building. They sold it to a Lexus dealership.
God, you are so much in a cult.
So we're currently there's another church, and they let us use their building on Saturdays until we buy a new building.
Okay. And how do they do that?
How do they buy a building?
Yeah.
You look for abandoned Sears.
No, how do they fund the building?
From Lexus, with the Lexus money.
Oh, so they sold. I see. I see. Well, that's Lexus put a big donation in the
No, they would never.
in the tin.
Our church is not sponsored by Lexus.
So do you feel weird being in a different church, doing like you're in a different church's building, but you're like, just so you guys know, we believe something slightly different.
A little different.
So
it's a little cooler.
So we have to go on Saturday because I don't want anyone to be confused with what the Sunday people are thinking, because they're wrong, because they didn't sell their building to a car dealership.
Correct. You've nailed it.
Car dealerships are large buildings.
Yeah.
What's the capacity of your church?
So our church used to be
25,000 seater.
It was like before. It was even before I went there, but it was like a mega church like 6 services a week, huge part, like all this stuff. And then our current pastor came in and like took over, and then he was just like, why don't we, instead of like just like doing generic like feel good pastoral, like, hey, Jesus loves you, and kind of leave it at that, he's like, what if we like serve the community? What if we like actually gotten the ditches and did the work? And then it went from like thousands of people to like 100 people.
Wow.
Pretty quickly.
So he's bombing. He's walking people.
He's walking. He walked thousands of people.
We got to downsize.
Yeah, so for a long time we were in this like huge facility, and it was like we didn't even fill up a quarter of the main area, much less all the other rooms.
So what's he doing? I mean, with the Lexus money, and he's downsizing, that money's all going into the community in different ways.
It's all in the bank right now.
Yeah.
Where we would like to buy, instead of having
his bank. It's all
instead of buying like a church building, the hope is that we buy and like set up a just like universally usable community center.
Okay.
And it's like also a church meets there sometimes, but this is just a community center for anyone to use.
Right. Okay. It sounds really good. You could tell the fun I was trying to poke at Pastor Dean trying to buy the helicopter with the
Raleigh. Good job, buddy. I'm gonna convert Elliot right here on pod.
Sure. Is it done?
This is it.
See you in heaven.
I touched you.
Can you go back down once you're there?
Once you're in heaven, can you?
If you sodomize or something by accident or whatever.
You slipped. Slipped and fell into this butt.
Wow, these saunas are really nice.
Someone laid down a Looney Tunes-esque trap. There's marbles on the floor. On the other end, a guy's butt.
Yeah. The worst has happened. I mean, like, more unlikely things have happened, I think.
Sure.
Yeah. But do you... So can you, once you're in, is it like, I'm good to slip and fall here or no?
Yeah, we're a free grace, once saved, always saved kind of place.
Oh, okay.
So it's not works based. So you can be a homosexual and make it into.
Yes.
Also, I'm iffy on that part. I'm iffy on that. I recently think I've decided I don't think hell is real.
Okay. Because if it is, you're like definitely in it.
Oh, 100%. I can't believe in
Can't get worse than this. There's no way there's a worse
I
spot
can't
than
believe
that.
like I can earn my way to heaven by being a good person, because of all the Christians, I'm the worst one.
Okay.
The fact that I do this at all,
Yeah, is that, I mean...
I'm blowing it pretty big.
You
If
are?
I have to earn my way, I'm
over.
for sure not. So I have to believe that it's just free.
Yeah.
or else
It's
I'm fucking out of there,
forgiven.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I guess we'll find out.
So if you said you liked Jesus one time in like 7th grade,
Oh,
you're in, buddy.
I went to church a couple times in high school and stuff.
You did it. That's all you needed.
I sang the songs. I go with my fiance's parents on Christmas. We have a good time.
You like your
One
fiancé?
time I went, do I like her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's all right. She's all right.
You can
man.
get out if you still need to.
It's not too late. You're right. Yeah, no, I like her. We went to I went to a church service with with her and her parents in Minnesota, and it was a Christmas service. But they also showed a little video. They did a little case study. Great quality video, by the way. Like drone shots.
It's always weird when it's super high
Dude,
quality and you're like, I
I
feel like this money could have gone somewhere
Dude,
else, but all right.
I mean, yeah, music video budget. It seemed like
Yes.
the shots they had were really good, and they saved a woman from witchcraft. She was
in the video,
yeah, she was
or
six.
because she watched the video.
No, in the video, it was her story.
Oh,
She was
okay.
a churchgoer, and then she started getting into crystals.
Oh well, that's how they get you.
She started wanting to date. I think she was doing some stuff with some incense.
Wow.
Potentially.
What a slut.
And she came back.
Oh,
She came back.
incense. Okay.
Yeah, no, she was. Yeah, she.
She slipped on some marbles, and on the end was her brother.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, she was.
I've seen that video
She
before.
was getting into. Yeah. So anyway, but she came back to the church at 18, and they showed her video, and then they gave a little talk about how she was happy to be back. So.
Did it seem fake?
I mean, nothing she did was switch.
It was just like her heart was torn away by witchcraft. She did all these witchy things, like she owned a Prius. First of all, how does that even work? Magic? We don't know.
Yeah. She curled her hair, and she.
Gluten-free? What the hell?
Yeah, and she started. She likes crystals and astrology, which is like you can do well. I don't know. My opinion was that she was not down a dark path. She was just being a teenage girl, but
Yeah.
I'm glad they saved her. I'm glad. I
I'm
don't
glad
know.
They brought her back from the brink.
Yeah, it wasn't even like it wasn't even gateway drugs. It was like gateway gift shop stuff.
She went to Manitou one time.
Dude, she went to a bead store, made her own necklace, and they were like, "Uh-oh."
Dude, you grew up in Colorado?
Yes, I did.
From Durango?
Fort Collins is where I was born.
You were from Fort Collins.
School in Durango.
School in Durango. Don't you love a gem, of just a polished gem
Yeah.
trough?
In
That
the
is
store,
just,
yeah, some of them have people's names on them, and you're like
Yes.
going through, and you're like, you have a weird name like me. It's like, it's not a common name.
dude,
We're not
I've
gonna get it.
never. One time, my wife was able to find a gift store shop knife with Russell on it.
Yeah, and
Does it-
spelled right too.
spelled right. Two
Yeah.
S's, two L's.
Yeah. It's tricky.
How do people blow at it, Elliot?
It's usually not on there. It's becoming a more popular name. It's usually I have one T. A lot of people put two T's,
Oh.
which seems redundant to me. And too many consonants to have two L's and two T's.
That's interesting. I have one L, or I have two L's. Everyone does one L, even though it's always two L's. People aren't putting enough T's.
Not
or
enough.
They're putting too many.
T's. It's redundant.
They're not giving me enough. People don't
Yeah.
know how to spell.
Yeah. It's no good. But yeah, they're never Elliots.
Do you when you meet other Elliots, are you pissed?
Yeah. Well.
That are spelled, they're the two T Elliots?
No, I'm not mad about that. But the other Elliot I know is also Elliot W, and was the
yeah.
Comedy Works new talent court. I get mixed up with him all the time.
Yeah.
Dude.
Do you get booked? And they're like, you're a lot shorter than I thought you were going to be.
No, I wish. That'd be cool. I tell you what, I like the new talent coordinators, what they do, but dude, just the people that would ask me accidentally, the amount of power that went to my head just told me I would not be good at that job. Someone's like, hey, I've been trying for 16 weeks and I haven't got on yet. Do you know what I could be doing? I'm like, Venmo me 100 and you go next week. I was like, oh, cool. So if I was ever asked to do this, I would blow it right away.
You would just
No hesitation. And it
trick a bunch of newbies like, how do I get my tape? And you're like, send me $100.
Yeah, it's 50
I'll send you the tape.
It's $15 to go up your first time, and then after that you've paid your fee, so you can go up whenever.
You would do the Mexican cartel racket of to drive on our street, it's
Yeah.
actually $45. You got to pay up. It's a fee to get on
Yeah.
Elliot's stage.
I owned a bridge, yeah. Charged a little toll. No, I would actually sound people that, but then I would be like, you're looking for Woolsey, here he is. And then they'd be like, yeah. But it's fun to know that if I had the power, I would use it, dude.
Yeah. I think I would be bad at it.
Yeah.
Because part of being a coordinator is you have to tell people like, hey, that wasn't good.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would be like, no, everything's good all the time.
Yeah. You guys, we're all doing great, guys.
Round of applause for us for even just trying our best.
Half the audience left. Yeah. And you also have to tell people no, right? Someone's like, hey, can I get on? And you have to go, no.
Not even a little. Yeah, I can't do that.
You wouldn't do that? Yeah.
I had a hard time when I did the New Year's Eve show at the Alexander. We have a hard cutoff. It's 100 tickets. That's it. Can't sell any more. New Year's Eve, we sold out. Great. But then people would come in like, hey, are there still tickets available? And I'm like, instead of saying, no, I'm so sorry, you should have bought tickets earlier, I felt so bad that they drove there to be turned away that I was like, you know what? I bet we could squeeze in a couple more people. There's no room, but I was just so guilty that I kept letting people in.
You just kick out someone that looks like they're going to spend less. Hey, go.
Who's got the most expensive clothes on?
Yeah.
You get to stay.
Hey, they came in an Escalade. Get out of here, F-150.
So I've had to learn how to be meaner.
Yeah. That is tough when they show up. I've always found it's easier to lie than be honest and say no. So you could be like, there are, but the remaining tickets are $600. Do you guys want?
Sorry. My dad, he owns his own business and he does blinds, window coverings, shades, that kind of thing.
I get it.
And he's told me so many times, he's like, there's potential customers. I go to do a sales call. I give them a quote, and I hate them. I just hate these people. So I give them a quote that's like double or triple what the actual number is, just knowing that they won't actually buy.
Just so you have to work with them.
And then sometimes they're like, yeah, sounds good.
And you're like, fuck.
It's like, it's not even worth triple the money. I'm still upset they said yes.
Yeah. Well, it's the free market at work, baby.
Yeah, baby. That's pro-libertarian podcast.
If you're going to have to work for someone you hate, you might as well make 3 times more money. That does make it more bearable.
Knowing you got one over on them.
Yeah.
That feels nice.
Yeah.
This is good. This is a nice little bit of silence.
How long do you go?
Like an hour.
Oh, we got to do 20 more minutes?
Yeah, we get to do 20 more minutes.
We get to do 20 more minutes of this. Cool.
What the hell?
Cool.
You're having that bad of a time.
Dude, I was just curious how long I like driving through Colorado.
Yeah.
And coming back into this little, wherever we are. We're in the back of a dice shop that Russell found, by the way.
It's a nice, we got some D&D statues in front of us. We got a dragon. We got an owlbear. That's a beholder. A lot of D&D stuff.
I had a 20-sided die back in my day.
Yeah. You dabbled in witchcraft?
Yeah, dude.
Someone had to pray for you?
Yeah. I got saved.
You had too many dice and people laid hands on you?
Yeah. They're like, we got to do a whole video about this. Hold on. Walk in again. We need B-roll of you coming into the dice shop. Like, that was so weird about the witchcraft. Like, they had B-roll of her, like, buying gems. Like, so you had to follow her to a store and be like, okay.
They couldn't, because they're not going to have her relapse. They had to hire an actress
who
looked like her from behind.
Wow.
They never showed her face on that B-roll,
right.
I guarantee it.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's like an alcoholic.
Yeah,
as soon as she sees one polished stone.
Yeah. Well, dude, and they didn't do that story. That would be a really tough one. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to.
This guy was addicted to heroin or something.
Yeah.
Give us anything.
Yeah, it's hard to. Well, I mean, like that success story is just like he relapsed. You know, like the next year, it's like
We're trying to shoot some B-roll of him buying heroin again, and then he just actually bought heroin.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, show us some video. We're just gonna film you on your normal night. Just get some stuff for the documentary.
Yeah, this guy was a sex addict and he used to hire prostitutes. So we were shooting some B-roll of him hiring a prostitute, and we just kind of saw where the night took us. You know, we kind of just let it play out.
Everyone ends up leaving the church. They're like, "Holy shit, that guy was cool.
that guy was punk rock."
Okay, I think I get it.
They convert everyone away because, like, oh, that does look sick.
Everyone goes to witch.
The high production quality really made the heroin glisten in a way that you wouldn't expect. I notice you haven't drank more of your Shirley Temple. That's not good.
Do I have to finish it?
No.
Thank you. I will, though.
It's not great. I like a Roy Rogers. Are you familiar with that non-alcoholic cocktail?
No. Is it also based around the personification and sexualization of a little child?
That's the only reason I drank it. No, it's just Coca-Cola with grenadine in it.
Okay.
That's it. It's just well, if you're like, I like Coca-Cola. You know, it doesn't have enough syrup in it. I need more sugar.
Who is Roy Rogers? Is what it was called?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I have no idea. An actual person?
Hey, Grant, what's going on?
Hello.
I was wondering if y'all wouldn't happen to have a guest list.
Oh, I have like the Eventbrite orders.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about how we were gonna do that. That's a great point.
So I was just thinking about it. I was like, well, we know we have people coming in for Eventbrite, and they'll be showing me their tickets. But how do I know if all of them are here?
Yeah, great point.
Do you check people in?
Yeah.
If you want to, I can give y'all my phone number. If you just like pull it up and send me screenshots or something.
Sure, I can check people in. Should I just be up front? Or are they gonna come back here first, or do they need to check in?
Yeah, they'll be checking in through the front.
Okay.
So how do we do that? I mean, if you want to post up front, I guess.
Yeah, I could just post up. That's fine. I think I have on the Eventbrite link. I have doors at 7:30.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's people out there already, but
No, at the
it's an hour early, so I hope not. They're going to be bored for a while.
I'll do 30 before and after.
Oh, okay. You'll open with 30.
The same 30.
Yeah.
But I'll do it in reverse order. It tells a totally different story. It's about a guy that found God and became straight.
Yeah, once we get close to doors, I can post up there.
Yeah.
That's if we end up doing the show again. If it goes well and you guys want me back, I will come up with a better system. Yeah.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Yep.
Nice, very solution oriented.
We're all doing for the evening with everything, and that's a big part of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, we're done in like 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll just come hang out up front.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
I'm
Nice.
leaving all that in.
Nice, yeah. I mean, we had to kill time. We had to.
We
What
had to
else?
kill-
What
we
else?
were losing
What else?
conversation. I do like the idea of you just doing your set backwards, like doing a field sobriety test. It's like start with your closer, go back to your opener.
And then the last line of the show is, "Hey, thank you. My name's Elliot," which is
whoa.
which is also the line you close on, so it works.
There you go. What's the worst show you've done lately? Last year, 2 years. What's the worst show you've done?
I bombed pretty hard on Wednesday, but it was a good show.
Oh, but you just bombed?
Kate McLaughlin was on the show, and she was like, "Hey, good set. Why do you think they hated you so much?"
Where was this at?
Ephemeral is a show I run. I don't want to say.
Oh, okay. I mean, you said ephemeral.
I help. Yeah, Josh Donahue runs it.
Yeah.
I helped him start it. He runs it. It was just
but you ate it?
I ate it. Well, I did I tried to do a whole set on Leap Day material. And it wasn't. Nobody's as into it as I was. Did you
I
do
had
anything?
25 minutes of Leap Day stuff.
I just did a 5-minute guest spot, but I was like, "Hey, anybody got any big Leap Day plans?" And nobody did.
No.
You don't do anything. It's a whole extra day. People just go to work.
I forgot about it.
It's insane, dude.
To be fair, I forget about my birthday.
I
would definitely forget about Leap Day.
Bro, I called in sick and got escorted out of Dave & Buster's. What would you do
For
if-
Leap Day?
Yeah, it's an extra day, dude. I'm doing only things I want to do. You get one extra day every 4 years, and we just go clickety-clack back at work.
What's your favorite thing at Dave & Buster's?
No way, Jose. I like the little basketball one where you just get the tickets.
Oh, okay.
And you know what I mean? I sink 9 out of 10, and I'm
You're great.
getting a lot of Tootsie Rolls from the front. When you go up with
You
those-
just
go
you
up
have
with those
6,000 tickets.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah,
me
yeah.
every Tootsie Roll you have.
Yeah. And tickets
You
are
pull out a gun.
yeah, and tickets are easy to take from kids and stuff. So I
That's true.
Usually,
They're small.
I usually clean up at Dave & Buster's.
You're gonna believe me or your
Yeah.
fucking kids?
Yeah. So yeah, dude, I don't know. I had big Leap Day, and then I just was doing a whole bunch of stuff about Leap Days. One of my buddies was gonna propose on a Leap Day, and then the obvious joke there was like, "Oh, you only celebrate your anniversary every 4 years or whatever." But I talked him out of that because I didn't want him to get divorced. I talked about what it would be like if you were in jail, because that's kind of bullshit. If you had like a 6-year sentence, you're like, "Yeah, and 2 days, depending on when I go in and how."
Yeah. Oh, this wasn't crushing?
Yeah,
This wasn't killing?
correct. None of that's funny at all.
No. I mean, it's
It got funny because I wouldn't stop talking about Leap Days.
you wouldn't shut up
Yeah.
about Leap Day.
Yeah, because I just kept going. There were a couple other scenarios that I thought would have been really interesting. I can't remember what they were though. I wrote them down. What else could happen on a Leap Day?
You got great handwriting.
Thank you. Oh, I like that the Leap Day lines up with an election year every 4 years. That's exciting. And also, I wanted to have a great Leap Day joke, so I can have one joke that I only do for a couple days every 4 years.
Right.
I put it with my World Cup material. You know what I mean? Just like, all right, I'm ready for the next one.
Yeah, keep reading.
Let's see. My fiance's IUD lasts 4 years.
Okay. What does that have to do with Leap Day?
Well, we have to take that into consideration when we're getting it out because there was a Leap Day in her 4.
Oh, okay.
So 1 day short of 4 years.
Sure.
And that's what I'm talking about. People don't calculate stuff like that. It could
Sure.
be
Yeah.
catastrophic.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I was going to say is another thing that's 4 years is college, but that took me 6. So that one doesn't work.
Yeah, how long have you been a doctor for?
Oh, it's a bachelor's.
Of course it is.
Yeah, okay, yeah, cool.
What'd you
Yeah.
get a bachelor's in?
I don't know. Do you know anybody that has a great Leap Day joke?
No one has great Leap Day material.
See? There's a market for it. It's just about figuring it out. Dude, I'm going to get it.
It's like there's a guy in the Springs who he's got a zombie mask and he's like the most booked comedian around Halloween.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's exclusively it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sounds
you
right.
just want to be like irrelevant
Until
for once every 4 years. You're like any mountain town in Colorado where it's like, oh, we do the Tulip Festival. You make 80% of your money in 2 days.
Yep.
That's what you want your whole comedy career to be.
Basically, yeah. I want to be the best leap day comic in the world. Dude, talk to me. I'm gonna send you a reel in 2028 and just be like, I nailed it. Because, dude, the good news is now I have 3 years to work on this joke.
That's true. You got all the time in the world.
Hey, you guys remember Leap Day 2 years ago? What if this? What if you were born then? Oh, dude, that was the other one. What if there was a dating app to pair pedophiles with people born on February 29th?
That's good. That is.
There we
good.
go.
That's
now
good.
we're getting
I
somewhere.
like that one.
Now we're getting somewhere.
I like that one.
There we go.
We did it.
That's the Leap Day joke.
Is that your big closer?
That was the closer.
Are you gonna close on that tonight?
I'm gonna do it I'm doing the Leap Day stuff tonight. Doing it in the middle.
You gotta fill time.
Yeah. What else? Oh, what'd you guys do for Leap Day? 3 minutes in. What else? What else?
How much time do I have here,
No,
dude?
I closed with I got kicked out of Dave & Buster's, which none of that was even true. I just went to work and did a normal thing. But
I love Dave and Buster's.
dude, at work I was like, "Happy Leap Day," and everyone was like, "This fucking guy."
You work remote,
Yeah.
so you have to schedule a Zoom meeting with everyone.
Yeah. Well, I already had some meetings, but in the meetings I was like, "Leap Day, Happy Leap Day, hop, skip, and a leap day." Any track people? You get it? It's a triple jump.
I don't like this anymore. This is. I want that guy to come back and talk to me more about the logistics of
Of the
tonight,
show.
rather than hear any more Leap Day material. Did you run the Leap Day material by anyone first, or you're like, I'm just gonna wing it and see?
Wrote it on the Leap Day, dude. Had the full extra day. Spent the morning writing Leap Day jokes.
Okay.
What would
you
you-
spent the day? You got 4?
Yeah, I got like 5 jokes.
Okay.
And then I went to Dave & Buster's.
Like 4 one-liners out of it.
Yeah. That's my Leap Day stuff. Off to D&B's, baby. No.
If this is the episode that blows up and takes the podcast to the next level, I'll be pissed. I'll be honest. I'll be upset about it. I'll be mad.
That seems surprising to me if it's not. Dude, there's probably a huge community of people out there that are just like, man, nobody's talking about the value of a Leap Day enough.
Yeah.
How important it is for
Yeah,
everything.
too many comedians over here are like, are you guys pro-Israel or are you pro-Palestine? Not
Yeah.
enough
Yeah.
pro-Leap Day.
Yeah. Hey, guys, February 29th only happens once every 4 years. What are we doing to take advantage of this special day? And, yeah, just crickets. But anywho,
Hey, this is good. This is good? No, this is good.
you don't have to put it out if you don't want to. This has been fun.
No, this is fine.
What do you normally ask people?
I don't ask people anything.
Really?
Yeah, we just chit-chat.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not like a formula.
Okay, you just see where it goes.
The only ritual is try a soda that you don't like,
Okay.
and then
Check.
and then kind of hang out
And then,
for an hour.
and then fill time for 58 minutes.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of what's next? What's next? What else? What else?
It's growing on me now that I've neared the.
It bugs
end.
me. I'm not a big. I'm getting looser with my stand up to where like maybe I need a light a little bit more, but for a very
Ooh.
long time it was like if I'm doing 15 minutes, if you book me for 15 minutes, I don't need a light.
You knew it was.
I will just do my 15-minute act.
Yeah.
And it bugs me every time where it's like, hey, can you do 10 minutes on my show? Perfect. And they get 4 minutes in, they go, hey, Russell, how much time do I have left? I don't know. Do your 10-minute set.
Yeah.
Do the 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't
A
know
lot
what
of
to tell
people
you.
Probably aren't as prepared as you are. I feel like.
Tell everyone I'm a consummate professional.
Yeah. It's good to know. It's good to know. this is gonna be me.
He's not funny, but he is professional, and that's what I like about him. He won't
Yeah.
let you down off stage.
I thought about this too as a comedic reputation of just being, dude, the most consistent, just
Right down the middle.
so reliable. That'll get you.
I think that's what I am.
That'll get you far. I was thinking about it for myself too, even though I've won a couple championships.
I don't think I kill. I just don't think I ever do bad.
Yeah. And if you could just be reliable for 20, 30, 40 years, you can make a career out of this, dude. That's what I was thinking. I was like, all right, I'm never going to get like the accolades, the trophies, the up next to watch, rising, young star, anything like that.
But you do have a trophy.
Yeah. I mean,
You don't get the trophy though, right?
No, it's in the club, but it's got my name on it, which is cool.
When
But even that, like,
a professional fighter wins the belt,
yeah.
they get a copy. They don't get that, but they get like a duplicate of the belt. You should get a duplicate of the trophy.
They asked me if I wanted it for a couple weeks to like
Tour it around.
show
Do a
up
tour.
Show up at a mic and just be like, I'm next.
Show
Like,
up at a mic, and when they don't laugh, you're like, but I am good.
you guys know who the fuck I am?
Statistically,
Yeah.
I am good.
I still do that for sure. If a joke doesn't land, I'm like, oh, you guys must not know that I'm Fort Collins' funniest comedian that lives in Denver.
And people go, who? What?
They go, what? Fort Collins is full of liberals and queers. That's what'll happen tonight. Be great.
Yeah, that'll be. No, this is not that. This won't be that. I'm actually very interested because it's Colorado Springs adjacent, old Colorado City. I don't think they have a mayor. I think they're kind of like
Really?
what's it called? An unsomethinged,
See-
an unrequited. That's not what it is, but it's like they're like a town, but they're just like a weird suburb. Anyways,
Yeah.
but I like old Colorado City, but I don't know. I come down here and hang out and like get food and eat, but I don't know
Yeah, when
the
you go to
demographics.
Where else are you going to go to the dice store?
When I go to the dice store and I go to the ice cream shop. So I don't really know the demographics, if it's like Springsy or if it's like
Yeah, I guess
outside of, or if it's more Manitou-y because it's a little bit closer to Manitou.
Yeah.
And also,
We'll find out. There'll be
we're in the back of a dice store. So who's that gonna? What kind of people is that gonna bring in?
gamblers and nerds.
The two people you want at a comedy show. Addicts either way.
Yeah. This seems like the type of town where the oldest resident's just the mayor. They're like, all right, you're
You just get voted in.
and then when that person dies, their dog takes over for the rest of the term.
I did a show in Brush, Colorado.
Oh, wow, okay.
And that was a place where I'm like, so definitely like the mayor's a dog, right?
Yeah.
The mayor's a dog. Found out the mayor's a woman.
Oh.
Which was somehow crazier. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way you guys voted in a lady
That was so
in Brush, Colorado. That was nuts. I assume she must have been like the dog's vice mayor, and then the dog was assassinated.
died.
And so she just got.
The
she
dog
got-
was hit by under mysterious circumstances
she
late
got
at night.
Kamala Harris into the position. There's no way she was the mayor.
That was funny. That was funny sexism.
It wasn't. I thought the town was going to be sexist. I'm not saying I felt that way.
Yeah, but your shock is sexist. Get this. It wasn't a dog. It was a lady.
Even crazier.
XY chromosome. Where is that? I don't know.
I actually have no idea how it works.
I don't remember either.
I only recently figured out the little circle with line up versus circle with line down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like which one is boy and which one's girl.
I don't. What, guys up?
Guys up, and I'm like penis.
Penis go up.
Down,
Lady.
vagina down.
Late. Up. Penis down. Girl.
Up boy, down
Makes
girl.
sense. Dogs, boys, cats, girls.
That was like 2 years ago that I finally put that together. I was 27. I'm like, oh, all right.
They haven't gone over that in church yet.
No, weirdly enough. That's too close to astrology.
Yeah.
Any symbol representing a thing.
Yeah, except a cross. But yeah. Yeah.
That is a kind of a weird. I mean, I get it. I get the cross. I understand.
You do.
It is a weird thing because, like, if it was like a guillotine and we just had guillotines everywhere, like, you kind of forget, like, oh, that's a torture device. Like,
Torture
not
device.
outside of Jesus. Also, a bunch of people were just crucified all the time.
Oh, I didn't realize that the cross was mostly a torture device.
Yeah, it's just a
really.
yeah,
So it
it's
was
like
torture. Yeah, okay.
it'd be
Yeah.
weird if it was like our symbol
Nipple
was just like a guy getting waterboarded.
A ball gag.
It's crazy.
Ooh. Okay, I'm into.
Okay,
What-
now we're talking my
What
language.
church is this? Nipple clamps. You're like, oh,
All right.
teach me my lesson.
What song is this? That's the Killers. This is it.
Sometimes my phone will hear it and pop it up. You're right. Oh, it's supposed to snow tonight.
Is it?
Yeah. Bunch of sign. I hate it when I'm driving south and the signs are like, weather incoming, prepare accordingly. I'm like,
Oh, all right.
good.
Well,
Love that.
you got like an hour 15 drive.
I did it in like 50 minutes. Hour and 15 with snow, maybe.
Yeah.
I get my Subi going, dude.
All right. Let's see. Show's at 8. Be done by 9:30.
Can I go first?
Just, ladies and gentlemen, your headliner, Elliot. Also, we got some people after if you
Yeah.
kind of want to hang out.
Not for
That's
the open.
always
Not for the
worst.
open mic portion.
Dude, that's always the worst. No one stays. Everyone's like, oh, that was the actual show? I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
leaving. No one's staying for the after show open mic.
Yeah. Unless you do it so that comics have to come to the show to get on the open mic, and then they sit at the back pissed off and watch someone they don't like, and then do the open mic.
Like, oh, I'm better than them.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going second at the mic.
Yeah. Who else is on tonight?
It's you. It's me, George Delgado,
I know George.
Jason Alexander.
Jason Alexander. Nice.
Yeah.
Solid.
Real
dude.
boys.
Dude, you know
Real
what?
boys crew.
What is this? The fucking mayor of what is it? Brush.
Brush?
Yeah.
Not the mayor of Brush.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, because she was a woman.
Yeah.
I like the.
No, that was a good riff.
I like.
No, that was good.
I think it's cool that there's no ladies on the show.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that why you don't put
Like,
up?
do you guys want a diverse show or do you want a good show? That's what I'm saying.
Cool.
Cool.
This will go over well.
Yeah. I did. I've had a handful of shows in a row that had no ladies,
Okay.
and I'm worried about my reputation.
Yeah. I've been telling people, Russell, real reliable.
Very consistent.
Real reliably not booking women. Real reliably.
Consistently not a fan of the dames.
Yep. It
That's
is.
the nice thing about having, this podcast, boys only, shows boys only. I can use words like dames and birds. You ever refer to a woman as a bird?
Not in this country. It is really disrespectful sounding when you say it with an American accent, but as soon as you get European, it's like, oh, okay, I get it.
All right.
It's
Well,
a
it's
fit-
cool when you do
yeah.
it.
Oh, some fit birds in the club, yeah. It's like, okay, now. But if you were just like, wow, look at that bird, people would be like, yo.
Yeah, what the hell?
Can't be like
Look at that
that.
ostrich-looking woman.
Yeah, I like broad.
Broad's a good one.
Yeah. They don't like that.
They had a lot of things right back in the 40s.
I agree.
World War II.
Good. Can
The
I?
economy.
Is this okay to plug on the podcast? My wedding registry is up on the
Yeah,
knot.
do it.
On the knot. Elliot and Sarah. Some good stuff on there. I'm trying to get a bidet.
Perfect. When do you get married?
August 31st.
Oh, great.
That's so funny. This is the first time I thought to do that, but I'm going to start having people plug
Yes.
my wedding registry. when I go.
100%. Every show you go on, his name's Elliot. He's the Ford's Funniest Champion. Also, you can find him on The Knot at, don't plug your Instagram, plug your wedding registry. That's a great idea.
Absolutely. You just have a registry going at all times. Just
That's so smart.
Don't even be getting married. Just be like, here's my Amazon wish list. Fucking idiots.
That's a great idea.
That's
Just,
what like OnlyFans girls do, I think.
just bring a T-shirt with a QR code on it.
It just goes to shit I want.
Yeah.
Ooh, a food scale.
A burr grinder? What the hell? It's $160. No way. All right, I want to kill one more minute just to make sure if I do need to cut out the part about me talking about the logistics of the show.
That might make
with
sense.
3 times. You big coffee guy.
No,
seem-
I
you
drink
have-
it. I drink it black.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But are you particular? Are you like, I can't drink Folgers because I have to have an Arabica?
No, my family's like that, and I get the difference because when I drink their coffee, I'm like, oh, this is really good. But
This
then
is better.
I just drink coffee for the effect, not for the taste. So
You don't care if it's swill as long as it's
gets me going.
giving you the hit that you need.
Yeah.
Be careful. Church is going to make a. They're going to start. If you start noticing drones are following you around.
Yeah, they're making a documentary.
Yeah, New Life's on your ass.
Yeah, he got into witchcraft just the other day. He drank a Bang Energy. Guy must be hallucinating. But those will make you do that. Those are crazy.
I had a Red Bull once.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't even really fuck with caffeine?
No, I mean I drink caffeine. I slam coffee. I drink soda all the time. But like, I used to work.
Sorry, I knew that was coming.
You're fine. I used to work at Comedy Works before I even did stand up. I was
Okay.
just like, oh, I didn't realize you could work at a comedy club.
Sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they have employees.
Yeah, who would have thought? So I worked there, and it was like, yeah, I'm coming home on New Year's Eve at 2 a.m. and now I have to drive back to the Springs. So I'm like, I gotta do something. So I had like a Monster Energy drink, and it didn't make me more awake or alert. I was just equally as tired but jittery,
Yeah.
which is not what you want to be behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Is real jerky
Real
and
tweaky.
tired. Yeah.
Oh, it's snowing. So you weren't even a comic, and you drove from the Springs to Comedy Works
For a year. Yeah.
to work there.
Yeah.
With plans to become a comic?
No.
Just like there's nothing.
I wanted to be the manager because I genuinely
thought it'd be fun to manage a comedy club.
I just thought it would be cool to tell people like, yeah, I'm the manager of a comedy club.
Okay.
But
There's
then,
a comedy
like-
club in town,
Yeah,
don't
Looney's
have-
is great now.
but they don't have managers.
Looney's has not been the best historically, but
Sure.
also they don't have Eric, the owner of Looney's,
Is the
just
manager.
runs
Yeah.
Looney's.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's not much I could do there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just wanted to say I was the manager of a comedy club, but like I
Sure.
lost money.
Mm-hmm.
I like broke even working there pretty much, but then I sold my Jeep, which got 15 miles to the gallon, sold that to buy like a Honda CRV or something like that, so it got like better gas mileage, so that I could drive to Denver and back. And then a month after I bought that car, I totaled it on the way to Comedy Works.
Obviously,
I'm like,
dude.
oh, that's not a real signs guy, but like,
Yeah.
oh, that's God. Like, hey, man, this is dumb.
Yeah.
And that was in 2018, something like that. And then I started stand-up in like 2020, like November of 2019.
Okay.
But yeah, even if I would have been the manager of the comedy club, I would have made $15 an hour.
Yeah.
I still would have made no money.
Yeah.
And a year and a half, 2 years later, it would have got shut down anyways.
Yeah,
So,
but you would
worked
have
out.
had the sick brag of I manage a comedy club though.
Yeah, but also they go through so many managers.
They go through a lot of them, dude.
Even when I worked
Comedy
there,
clubs in general, you're like, oh, geez.
they really churn them out. So probably for the best.
They're like, be nice to the staff. They're the ones that decide if you make it or not. And it's like okay,
these
well,
people don't last long enough.
yeah. Once they get on somebody's good side, they fucking go move on.
When I worked
And
there,
again, that's comedy clubs in general, not one specific.
in
All
general.
comedy clubs.
yeah, I worked when I was like 4 months in at Comedy Works. I was like, I'm one of the most experienced staff members here. I'm the vet on the crew. That's terrible.
Uh-oh, shift lead, working your way up. Almost a manager.
All right, I think that's enough.
Perfect, we got it. That's
We
a
did
wrap.
it. You want to go check out the dice store?
Yeah, I'd go check out the dice
You want
store.
a scoop of ice cream?
No, not that.
You don't want to bring a scoop of ice cream on stage?
My body's kind of a temple, brother, so
Whoa, 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 whoa.
can you see that on camera?
That's the clip. That's the clip we're going to use.
Yeah, so I'll hold off on ice cream.
All right. Thank you again, Elliot.
Thank you. This is fun. Ooh, good.
You have to hang out with me for another
I don't
2
know.
hours.
Well, I might go walk around for a little bit. see if
You're going to go see what else is
see
in
if I can,
Colorado
see if I
City.
can lose you.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
cool.
Elliot Weber, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Great.
Oh, you hold it for a second?
No, I just genuinely panicked. Cool. We did it.
Yeah.